Welcome to Where I Long to Be, a magical trip report podcast. My name is Virginia, and I am your host. Happy Monday, and happy real start of the spooky season to all who celebrate. I know a number of you have already been celebrating for weeks, but I have to wait until it officially becomes fall, which happened the other day. As a result, I've allowed myself to have my first pumpkin spice of the season, so it's official in my world. I hope everyone is getting all of their fall plans worked out. Here in New York City, they're having a special Nightmare Before Christmas light display at the Botanical Gardens. So I'm trying to decide whether I will be able to fit that into my schedule or whether I'll need to do some other sort of seasonal fun. On today's episode, you'll hear my conversation with Tanner, who had a mother-son trip coming up, which included a Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, among other things. So without delaying any farther, let's dive right in. Please welcome Tanner. Welcome to the podcast, Tanner.
Thank you for having me, Virginia. I'm happy to be here.
Where are you from, first of all?
I am from New Hampshire, so
Mm-hmm.
about an hour north of Boston and about an hour south of Portland, Maine.
Okay, where do you typically like to fly out of then? Because it sounds like you probably have a couple of options.
I do. I've actually never flown out of Maine, but I always fly out of either Boston. That's most of the time because I have more options there.
Mm-hmm.
We do have an airport here in New Hampshire. It's in Manchester,
Mm-hmm.
and it's about an hour again to 45 minutes, sort of northwest of me. So
Okay.
that one just doesn't have as many options for times.
Yeah, it makes sense to go to the bigger city. Have you been in New Hampshire long? Like, did you grow up there?
Yes, my whole life. I was born in Virginia.
Okay.
My dad was in the military, so I was born there,
Where in
but
Virginia
only,
Beach?
yeah, he was in Norfolk,
Okay. Okay.
Virginia. So I was born there, but only lived there for a year. So
Okay.
yes, New Hampshire my whole life.
Tell me a little bit about your background. So, being in New Hampshire, how often did you get down to Disney as a kid, if at all?
So that's where my love affair started. um, my parents brought me when I was in kindergarten for the first time,
Hmm.
and that was when there were, I think, only two parks. There was only Epcot and actual Magic Kingdom at that point. We
Hmm.
stayed at the Poly, fell in love, came back when I was in fourth grade, and then I started coming as an adult after that.
Okay. How often do you get down?
Well, now, because my part-time job is a travel agent, I
Hmm.
try to get down there twice a year just so
Okay.
I can stay up to date with all of the changes because there are many. It's
Oh my gosh, it never
many
ends.
changes.
It
Yeah.
just feels like you're constantly having to learn new information.
Yeah.
And it can be quite complex, which is why I think a lot of people rely on the services of a travel agent to help them out if they are not somebody who goes regularly, or even if they are somebody who goes regularly and just doesn't want to have to think about things like dining reservations and that sort of thing.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's always something new to learn, even as many times as I
Oh,
have been.
for
I
sure.
always like, oh, I didn't know I could do that or do this or don't do this
Hmm.
again. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
I always say never stop learning.
Yes.
But especially with Disney, if you don't pay attention to what's going on, you're going to get down there and possibly have not as great an experience because maybe something that you thought existed doesn't exist anymore, or with the way that they've changed how they do lightning lanes over the past couple of years, it's just had so many iterations. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
if you don't stay in the loop, you're lost. I actually heard somebody say when I was there 2 months ago,
Hmm.
I heard somebody in line behind me say something about, "Is there an app?" I was like, "Oh dear.
Oh
Oh,
no.
oh my, you have been led astray."
See, I grew up in the South. That's when you say, "Oh, bless your heart."
Right, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for people like that who that is such a big part of the experience these days is
Mhm.
being able to see the wait times and being able to make not just the lightning lanes, but being able to like place a mobile order, things like that are a huge part of my experience these days. I'm constantly in the app. Now, do I wish I had to be constantly in the app? Not so much, but it's really helpful. I mean,
It is, just to
you know?
navigate, just to get to
Yeah.
the fastest way to get from one place to another with this
Right.
app. Yeah.
Right. Like filter the map so that you can see where their nearest restroom is if you're not familiar, that sort of
Right.
thing.
Yes.
So, all right. Who is going to be traveling with you on this trip?
My 13-year-old son, this is partially his birthday present.
Aw, have you ever done a mother-son trip before?
Yes, but it has been a long time. So he just turned 13, and we haven't been just him and I since he was 5.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a big, big difference then.
Yes.
All right. How long has it been since he has been down to the parks? You said you were there 2 months ago. Was he with you?
No.
Oh.
Um, that's like, part guilt trip, part I need my
Eh,
my me time there, but
listen, you
solo
do what
trips
you gotta
are
do.
amazing.
They really are.
But yeah, so he went last time when he was 9 with, like, it was a whole family thing, so
Okay.
4 years.
Um, do you want to share his name?
Sure, his name is Griffin.
Griffin. I love that
Yeah.
name. I know another Griffin. Alex used to play baseball with a Griffin.
Oh.
Um, and Alex used to be a Gryffindor, but has recently decided he's a Slytherin. So
Uh-oh.
I'm like, I don't know how that happened, but all right. What are the dates of your trip?
We actually are leaving New Hampshire on Saturday, August 23rd,
Uh-huh.
and then we are coming home on Thursday, August 28th.
Okay. And what are you doing between when you leave New Hampshire and when you hit up Disney?
Yeah, so I'm visiting a very good friend of mine who lives in Plantation. So it's just a little bit west of Fort Lauderdale. So
Mhm.
we're spending 2 days there. And then we are taking the Bright Line train
Oh,
over to Orlando, which I have never done.
okay. I've never
Yeah.
done that either. What have you learned in your research on Brightline?
So it only takes about 3 hours from Fort Lauderdale. And everything I've read and heard, people love it.
Hmm.
It's one of those kind of, more reliable than a flight
Mhm.
because there's less things, knock on wood, that can go wrong along the way,
Right.
and just a smooth, easy transfer. So
Mhm.
I'm hoping for that.
It drops off at Disney Springs, correct?
No, not yet.
Oh, wait,
It
it's going to at some
Yeah,
point.
eventually,
Okay,
yeah, that's
got
what
it.
they say. But
Yeah.
right now, it brings us right to MCO.
Oh, okay.
Yep,
All right. Well, that's
so easy.
convenient.
Yeah,
Where at MCO? Because I don't think I've ever paid attention to it, I guess, because
yeah, you
all
can
I'm paying
actually
attention to
see.
is getting to my ride to get to the
Right.
parks.
When you're coming up to the airport,
Mhm.
leaving Disney, which is always a sad thing, but when you're coming up to
Mhm.
the airport, you can kind of see where it comes into the building. So, yeah,
Okay.
it comes right into the same place.
Is it in like, near Terminal C?
I actually don't know.
Okay.
That whole terminal is gorgeous.
It is. It's so gorgeous, and it's just there's something, like there's nostalgia associated with the carpet in A
Mm,
and B,
yes.
but beyond that, I would love to hear somebody try to debate over A and B being better than C, because to me, the only upside is the carpet, and
Yeah,
that's not enough to build an argument on.
no, the food choices, the shopping over there is perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. All right. How did you decide to take this trip? You said it was sort of for Griffin's birthday.
Yes. So it started out being a trip to visit my friends because I hadn't seen him in a little bit, and my son
Mhm,
has doesn't even know his kids. We're
mhm.
like high school friends. So it
Okay.
started out like that, and then I thought, "Oh, we're gonna be awfully close to Disney. It would be a shame not to just hop over
Mhm.
there." So, yeah, it became that, and that part was a surprise. So my son knew we were going to Florida, but did not know about the Disney component until his actual birthday. That was his present to open.
Oh, what
Yeah.
did you have him unwrap? A note telling or a piece of merchandise, or what did you
A
do?
poem, actually. My dad, who has passed, taught me
Mm.
to write poems in iambic pentameter,
Uh-huh.
so I wrote him a poem. Yeah.
Aw, that's so sweet. And
Yeah.
I love iambic pentameter.
No one talks about it, but
And,
yeah, it's fun.
I mean, people who love Shakespeare do.
Right,
They talk about it.
exactly. Yeah.
Which is funny because we were like my husband has been into the show Deadwood lately. I know it's an
Mhm.
older show, but he just has recently started, has been binging it. And I'm sitting there doing work at my desk that's nearby. And I'm like, this sounds like Shakespeare. And there was so much of the language was in iambic pentameter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I looked it up. I did a little Googling. I was like, Deadwood and Shakespeare. And it was like, yeah, everybody talks about it. The fact that it's the
Wow.
language just sounds so similar. And I mentioned
Yeah.
it to my husband. And he's like, well, that's just how they talk back then. And I was like, no, no, no. It's not even, I'm not talking about the words they're even using. It's not about the words. Like, take the words out of it. I was like, it's the rhythm of how they're speaking.
Yes. Yeah, it's all about the
And
rhythm.
yes, exactly. So, I mean, and I had done some Shakespeare studying in my life, especially, prior to what I do now. I used to be an actor. And so I
Oh,
have a lot of Shakespeare in my background. And it was just like the minute he started watching that show, my ears started picking up on it. I was like, what is this? Now he's far enough into it. I can't like commit to watching it with him because I would have to go back
right.
and try to catch up. And I got other things I'm watching right now, like Gilded Age and,
Mm,
stuff like that. So
yeah.
anywho, all right. So let's talk through all of the details of this trip. So your flight down to Fort
Mhm.
Lauderdale,
Yes.
what time do you leave out of New Hampshire?
So as you have mentioned that your son likes early morning trips, my son does as well. So we
Hmm.
have a 6:25 flight out of Boston.
What time does that put you in Fort Lauderdale?
We'll be there at 9:50.
Okay,
So
not so
nice and
bad.
early. Yeah, but that
Yeah,
means we have to leave New Hampshire at like 3. So,
yeah,
yeah.
it's worth it though, right?
Totally. Yes.
Can you sleep on a flight?
No, I'll be too excited.
Oh.
Yeah.
What about Griffin? Will he also be too excited to
Oh,
sleep?
yeah. Yeah, he'll
Okay.
barely sleep that night. Yeah.
Okay. Well, at least you're going to your friends. Are you staying at your friend's house?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, for
All
2
right.
nights, yeah.
At least he's going to be staying at the home of your friend. It'll feel like going home. You're not going to, I'm sure he'll be excited to be there. But my point in all this is like going to bed early. He's not going to be like, oh, I'm missing out on the parks by going to bed at a reasonable time.
Right.
So,
We'll catch up that first 2 days we're there, right.
yeah. Yeah. All right. So then you're heading over to Disney into the bubble on
Yep.
Monday, August 25th, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Where are you going to be staying for this trip?
We're staying at Pop, and I have never stayed there.
Oh, you haven't? Oh,
No.
it's so good. You're going to love it.
That's what I keep hearing. I hear it from your podcast, I hear it from other people, and I love the Skyliner.
Uh-huh.
I've actually never stayed at a value resort,
Okay.
and this just seems like the one to be at.
Oh, for sure. For
Yeah.
sure. I mean, don't get me wrong. The All-Stars are the ones that I've stayed at. So I've only stayed at the one that I've stayed at. I was making that plural as if I've stayed at a bunch of them. The one that I've stayed at was perfectly lovely, except that you compare it to other experiences and naturally, value to value, you're going to compare it to Pop Century, and having access to that Skyliner is a game changer.
It is.
So,
Yeah, for
yeah, I
sure.
think I think you're going to love it. Have you stayed at any other Skyliner resorts before?
Yes, I've
Okay.
stayed at, Beach Club twice.
Mhm.
Loved that. That pool, man.
Mhm.
That is the pool. And then I've also stayed at Caribbean Beach.
Okay. What did you think about Caribbean Beach? Because I'm sure you heard Elizabeth's
I
episodes
did.
where her thoughts on the distance you have to walk.
Yeah, and so I think it's unfortunate that she did not get the sort of location that she requested.
Mhm.
That's always a bummer. But I didn't necessarily get the exact place that I requested either, even as a travel agent,
Mhm.
but I got something I think even better. Like once I kind of told them when I checked in,
Mhm.
I don't remember if she mentioned this, but I am a big fan of going to the actual desk and checking in person.
Uh-huh.
You can have a little bit of a conversation with the person, and sometimes they might ask you questions about where you want to be, and that's what happened with me. And
Mhm.
they said, "Oh, well, we had
Where
you,
you long to be.
here." Yeah.
Sorry. I had to. I had to.
Exactly, yeah. Um, and he said to me, the guy checking me in said, "Oh, well, we kind of had you over here." And I said, "Oh," and he's like, "Well, but you're close to this and this and this." And I said, "All right, let's do that." And it was
Mhm.
perfect. So I had
Mhm.
maybe, I don't know, a 5-minute walk over to the Skyliner, and
Mhm.
I was a little bit of a distance away from the main building there at
Yeah.
Caribbean Beach, but there's another little food location. I think it's called Spyglass, maybe.
Mhm. I think it's
Um,
is it by a pool or something?
yes, and I was
Okay.
very close to that. So it was perfect.
I had my experience over there with the pirate rooms, and so I'm
Mm,
interested to give it another try, but I also and I will at some point, but I also like I'm not a huge fan of the food options there in their food court.
yeah.
So I don't know that I necessarily have to be near the main building anyway because I'm probably going to go eat somewhere else, especially if it's very easy to get to Riviera. I'm
Right, I
heading
was
to
gonna say
Riviera.
Riviera, you're right there. I mean, hopefully, if you request that kind of side of the
Right.
resort, you'll be fine.
Right.
Yeah,
And then you can maybe hop on the Skyliner at the Riviera
that
stop
too.
instead.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Getting there on Monday the 25th, checking into Pop Century. Do you have any park plans for this day? What kind of tickets do you have? I should ask before we get into that.
What kind of tickets?
Yeah.
So I just added the park hopper
Uh-huh.
because I don't know if this is out of order, but, um, I thought I was being smart,
Uh-huh.
and I was, because we are doing 2, sort of special ticketed events the other
Mm-hmm.
2 nights that we're there. So I had it worked that I didn't really need the park hopper, but
Right.
then I realized I wouldn't be able to make any lightning lane plans for the other parks if I didn't have the park hopper. So I just this week
Oh.
actually added it.
Okay.
Yes.
So am I correct that you're doing one park day plus the two special event tickets, or you're doing three park days?
We're doing 3 park days
Okay.
and then park hopping because of
Got
the
it.
other things happening at night. Yeah,
Okay. So you do or you do not have tickets to the special events?
we do.
Oh, you do. Okay.
Yes.
And are the special events both Halloween parties or one
No.
Halloween party and with something else?
So one is the Halloween party and the other one is Hollywood Studios after hours.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. I always forget about those after hours
I did
events.
one 2 months ago in Epcot when I was by myself, and it
Mhm.
was an absolute ball.
Mm,
Loved it.
okay.
Yeah, and I'm not a night person, but that's a
Uh-huh.
reason to be up.
That's true, that's true. So Monday the 25th,
Mhm.
where are you starting your park day?
We are starting at Epcot, and that day will only be Epcot because I'm imagining our our train doesn't get to MCO until 1:10.
Mhm.
So we have transportation. I use Transportation by Mike.
Oh, I've used them before.
Love
Mhm.
them.
Yeah, they're
I've
great.
never had an issue. In fact, last time I flew, I had a major delay because I flew into MCO during like the thunderstorm part of the day. So we
Mhm.
had some delays getting in, and they just sat and waited for me for like 2 hours. So
Oh.
amazing. Yeah, love them. So because I'm thinking we probably won't get to pop until 2, hopefully
Mhm.
our room is ready, drop our bags off. We probably won't get into Epcot till 3. I'm thinking best case scenario. So
Yeah.
we're just staying at that park for that day, and we have dinner reservations at Shikisai at 6:10.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
I have not gotten a chance to eat there yet. I want to because both my husband and my son both really into sushi and that sort of thing.
Hmm.
So I'm going to be doing it sometime, probably the next time we go as a family.
Yeah.
So you'll have to let me know how you liked it. Have you been before?
I haven't, but
Okay.
my son and I are both love sushi as well. So
Okay.
yeah,
All right. And do you have multi pass for this day?
I will be having it. Yes.
Okay. What are going to be your priorities for trying to book your pre-reserved lightning lanes, knowing that it's not time for you to do that yet, and so we don't know exactly what you'll get?
Exactly. Okay, so my priorities for Epcot, my tier 1 would be Test Track,
Mm-hmm.
and then tier 2 will be Soarin' and also Living with the Land. You
Okay.
don't need one for Living with the Land, but
You don't, but
yeah,
you're going to be right there anyway. You might as
right.
well try to make those back to back. Okay, so those are your goals. Are you and Griffin both people who will ride anything?
For the most part, yes. So I rode Guardians for the first time the last time I was there, and
Mm-hmm.
I can get a little bit motion sick for some things.
Okay.
Um, and I did feel a tiny bit queasy when I got off that, but not too bad. It dissipated within like 5 minutes, so
Uh-huh.
not a big deal. Definitely the ride outweighs the
Yes.
5 minutes of being a little off.
Uh-huh.
So we're definitely going to try to get the single pass lightning
Okay.
lane for that.
Yeah, you shouldn't have any problem getting the
No.
single pass for it. All right. And if Griffin loves it, you can always hop into standby.
Yes, I'm fairly certain that he will. He's A daredevil for sure.
Is he? Okay.
Yes.
Do you ever go to any of the parks that are up here in the Northeast?
Yes, we've been to, Six Flags, which is about almost 3 hours from us in
Mhm.
Massachusetts, and we've been to some of the smaller we have one up in Maine that's, there's a roller coaster out there, but it's nothing like here, like Disney,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we've been to, the Six Flags Great Adventure that's in New Jersey,
Yeah.
and then we've done Hershey, but it's been a really long time since we've done Hershey. Hershey, I would recommend. It's really cool.
Have you been to there's a roller coaster inside of the building somewhere in New Jersey? It's, like, right on the New Jersey, New York.
So that is the, what is it called? It's called American Dream.
Yes.
Yeah,
Have you
so,
been there?
I okay. I went there during the pandemic when they were still building it. I did
Oh,
not go into the theme park section of it because it wasn't ready yet.
okay.
So, like, not even all the stores were filled yet. We went there and, it was, like, the middle of the summer, and they they had opened up the indoor ski slopes,
Mhm.
and so we took Alex and we let him bring a friend, and that was, like, his birthday party that year. Like,
Yeah.
instead of a big party, we were like, "Let's take your friend." They did snowboarding, we did skiing. I would love to go back and experience their park, which I think is Nickelodeon themed,
I think I've heard that too.
and they have, like, a water park too. So there's a water park and a theme park, and it's all
Yeah.
inside that mall. What makes me nervous is that it's inside a mall that close to New York City.
Mm.
Like, I in my mind, it is constantly packed. I don't know if that's actually true or not, but that is what has
Mm.
prevented me from going back
Yeah.
to actually try those things because 'cause I'm just like, "Ugh, I don't wanna wait in all those lines," and,
Right. There's no lightning passes or anything
No,
to be
no,
bought.
not that I'm aware of, but anyway, I'm sure I'll see it eventually, but I mean, it's all indoors, so there's nothing that's super tall in there
Right.
that I can see. But like the water park thing, like you see the slides, they come sort of out of the building and back into it so you can see all the tubes,
Yeah.
sort of like as if you're looking at a cruise ship with
Yes.
a water slide. Which, speaking of cruise ships water slides, this week in the news, did you see that Royal Caribbean slide that broke?
Yep. And I am an avid Royal Caribbean cruiser,
Oh
so
my gosh.
yeah,
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah.
Scary.
Very scary. And at first, people kept saying that it was like somebody fell through. I don't think that anybody fell
No,
through.
I didn't hear that it just broke. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, "Oh my god, where did they drop to?"
I know.
Um, anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let's get back to your Disney trip.
Okay.
All right. So, are you planning to stay in Epcot until closing?
Yes, I have
Okay.
never seen this current version of the fireworks,
Hmm.
except for when I was kind of walking through, but I had a mission, so I wasn't really paying attention. So
Yeah.
I would love to see them.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Did you see the more recent incarnation, Harmonious?
Yes.
Okay, and then you had seen Illuminations as well.
Yes.
Okay, so it'll be
Yeah.
very interesting to hear what you think in comparison to those 2 shows.
Yeah.
All right, Tuesday, August 26th. What are you doing
Yes.
that day?
We are starting off at Animal Kingdom that day.
Okay, are you gonna rope drop?
Yes.
What do you think you'll rope drop?
I'm thinking we're going to probably rope drop um, Dinosaur
Okay,
and maybe try to hit that twice since it's like we keep talking about this and I've heard it on your
right.
show too. We keep saying goodbye, then we say goodbye again, then we
Mhm.
say goodbye again. But from what I hear, for real, it's actually closing at the end of the year.
Right, and, yeah, so you have to get it in while you can.
Yes.
Um, is Griffin a dinosaur fan? Did he ride it the last time he was there?
He did, and
Okay.
it was funny because the very first time we went when he was 5,
Mhm.
I didn't watch a ride through of that particular
Oh, so you
one,
had no
and
idea.
it scared us both. We both walked off that ride thinking, "What in the world did we just experience?"
That's really funny.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yep, you have to pay your respects to Dinosaur. All right, are
Yes.
you getting multi-pass this day?
Yes.
Okay, what are your
Um,
priorities?
so Kilimanjaro for sure.
Mhm.
And then, Cali River only because it's there's aren't so many things to choose from. So
Right.
Kelly River, I don't really love that ride, but my son loves it, so, it's his birthday trip, and then Expedition Everest,
Okay.
and then we'll get a single for Avatar.
Yes, definitely worth it in my opinion.
Mhm. Yeah, I do not like to wait in lines. I wanna maximize my day.
Yeah, yeah, me neither. I feel like my time is worth more than I have to pay out for a lightning lane, so I'm gonna pay out for
Mhm.
the lightning lane. In most
Yeah.
cases, I will say. Some of the single pass, like Seven Dwarfs and Tron, I don't do very often anymore just because I don't feel like I need to. But I will nearly 100% of the time get Flight of Passage and Guardians.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you have any dining plans, whether it's a reservation or just a goal for where you're gonna eat when you're in Animal Kingdom?
Yes, so I would love to go, to Satuli Canteen for lunch.
Mhm,
I did that for the first time last year when I brought my mom, for her birthday trip,
mhm,
and I don't know why I hadn't been there before, but I just hadn't, and I was
mhm,
really pleasantly surprised. It's such a great There's AC, the food is really good, the
mhm,
vibe in there is awesome,
mhm,
so
and
yeah,
you get to
we're gonna go there.
customize it to how
Yeah,
you want it to be.
yep,
It's sort of like Chipotle, but
yeah,
Animal Kingdom version.
it is. It is.
Alright, so I think that you have an event this night,
We do.
right? So which event do you have?
It's Mickey's Not So Scary that night.
Okay. So, what time do you think you will wrap up your Animal Kingdom time? And are you going to use your park hopping feature on this, or will your hop be to go into Magic Kingdom before the party starts?
So, yes and yes. Um, our plan is we can go into the park. If I didn't have the park hopper, we could go in as early as 4.
Mhm.
It starts at 6, but you can get in as early as 4.
Mhm.
Um, but I realized that that would mean that during that time, we wouldn't be able to have any passes to skip any lines at all. So that's why I added
Right.
on the park hopper. So yes,
Okay.
and I'm hoping to, after we do what we need to do at Animal Kingdom, hoping to wrap that up like right after we have lunch,
Mhm.
and then get some lightning lanes for Haunted Mansion and Pirates.
Are you gonna hop immediately, or are you gonna take a break?
We're taking a break. Yeah.
Okay, back at Pop?
Yes.
Okay.
Nap, pool, snack, hopefully a nap.
And are you wearing costumes to this party? Because it's August.
I know. We talked about it and we decided that it was probably going to be too hot to do probably what we would want to do.
Mhm.
So we might try to grab a fun t-shirt or something, the
Yeah.
day before to wear that night. But for the most
Yeah.
part, we're just going to focus on staying cool and having fun.
Yeah, that's what I would do is just a Halloween t-shirt.
Yeah.
Call it a day. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I feel like if it were cooler out, that would be a different situation, but the heat, no thank you.
Right.
All right, so Wednesday, August 27th, are you doing
hmm
Hollywood Studios this day?
Yes, but not until the evening. So
Oh,
we're actually
yes,
going to
you have
go
your event.
back into Magic Kingdom that morning and
Okay.
rope drop. Because I'm hoping between the late afternoon on Tuesday and the
Mhm.
early morning on Wednesday, we can get in everything at Magic Kingdom that we want to get in.
Okay, what are you gonna rope drop?
Probably Mine Train.
Mhm.
Um, and then unless I decide to get a lightning lane for that, in which case it would be Peter Pan.
Are you doing multipass for this day as well?
Yes.
What are gonna be your priorities for your bookings?
My tier one will be Tiana's.
Mhm.
And then my tier 2 will be Haunted Mansion and Pirates because those are our favorites.
You guys have the same favorites?
For the most part, I mean, he hasn't done Tron yet,
Oh.
and he actually has never done this new version of Tiana or,
Uh-huh.
Splash the old Splash Mountain, but,
Uh-huh.
so we'll see. Maybe it will change for him, and plus he's older now, so that yeah.
Mhm. Okay. All right. Any dining reservations for this day?
Yes, so we have a 12:10 reservation at Ohana.
Mhm.
And that will be the very last breakfast reservation spot that they have.
Oh, it's breakfast reservation.
It
Okay.
is, yeah. I debated, I went back and forth and thought, should I grab an early morning one? But then we would have lost the opportunity to rope drop that morning.
Mhm.
So this will be like a forced break, which will be good.
Okay. Are you gonna come back into Magic Kingdom if you have anything left to do? Are you gonna try to get a midday break in after your late breakfast?
That is the hope, but the only exception I will make to that rule is Tiana's,
Okay.
um, because you usually get pretty wet, and it
Mhm.
seems like that would be a better option to get wet and then go back to Pop instead of getting soaked and then having to go to Ohana.
Right.
So we'll see how it
Okay.
plays out.
Taking your break, again, some more pool time?
Yes, nap,
Okay.
hopefully full time.
Okay. What time does the after hours event start?
So the after hours at Hollywood Studios starts at 9:30. It goes from 9:30 to 12:30, but you can get into the park as early as 7. But
Mhm.
again, because I have the hopper added on to the tickets, we're going to go in whenever we feel like going in.
Okay. And you're gonna try to get some lightning lanes over there as well. Is there
Yes.
anything particular in Hollywood Studios that Griffin is gonna want to do?
Yes. Big Star Wars fan, so I might get the single pass for Rise. Um,
Mhm.
I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos on what people are able to get done during that after hours event,
Right.
and it really depends on the time of year.
Mhm.
And because we're at the end of August, I think that's supposed to be a pretty quiet time at the parks,
Mhm.
hopefully, because a lot of kids have gone back to school. So I, I don't really know what I'm gonna do, but my plan is to at least ride Rise once.
Mhm.
But if we can get in twice and I decide to get that extra
Mhm.
pass, then we'll do that. And then Tower of Terror, we both love that ride. I really want to do that at night though, because I've never done that at night.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
never done Slinky at night, which I know is supposed to be
Oh, I
really
love Slinky at
fun.
night, yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
love doing
then
most things at night. It's such a vibe, and
it
it
is.
really can change how you feel about a ride.
Yeah. And when I did the after hours last time I was there at Epcot, almost all those rides are inside, so I didn't
Mhm.
really, in fact,
Yeah,
all of them
yeah.
are. So I didn't feel any different, but I think this
Right.
will really feel cool.
Yeah.
And then we both also love Toy Story Mania. So,
Are you
yeah.
competitive on that?
Um, yes and no. I'm competitive against myself,
See,
but I've
that's how I
been
feel too. I
yeah.
think that a lot of people think I'm a competitive person, and it's really against myself.
Yeah. I hope he does well, and I hope I do well. I hope I do better than I did last time.
Uh-huh.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Got it. All right. So, what are the other things that you can do at this after hours besides having short lines? Are they going to have any special treats that are only for the party or special characters?
So, yes to the characters for sure. I've
Okay.
seen lots of characters in these YouTube videos that you don't see anywhere else or
Mhm.
you don't see often. I saw the White Rabbit from
Oh, okay.
Alice in Wonderland, which I've never seen before or
Mhm.
even heard about anybody seeing. Trying to think who else. There was just a lot of really I think Mary Poppins was there.
Mhm.
A lot of really interesting characters. So
Yeah.
we're hoping to get some cool photos. And then no special food that I'm aware of, but they do give you complimentary
Oh, the
popcorn,
snack
ice
things.
cream
Yeah.
bars, and drinks. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
We went to Moonlight Magic in January for my girls' trip. I was able to get us tickets with my DVC,
yeah.
and so we added on a night to make that happen. and and they gave the snack passes for that too. And in our experience, like maybe it'll be different because you paid for this event versus Moonlight Magic, which is free.
Yeah.
You just have to be really, in there to try to get one of the few tickets. Um, but people were giving away snack passes as they were leaving because not everybody stayed until the end.
Oh,
It might be different because yours is what, 3 hours? Is that 3 hours? Am I doing my math correct?
yeah. It's
And
3 hours.
people paid for it. So I'm imagining people will stay the whole time, but you might have a point where somebody's leaving and they try to give you extra snacks. So,
Interesting. Yeah,
yeah.
because when I did the one at Epcot, they just give you like a wristband,
Mhm.
and then it's unlimited.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's different then. We had, like, ticket type things, like things that you traded for it.
Oh,
And so
oh
as
yeah,
people
no.
were going, they were like, "Here, we've got these extras." And so they were just handing us like piles of tickets.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah, no, this is unlimited. You can get as much as
oh,
you want.
wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So that brings us to Thursday, August the 28th, which
Yeah,
is your departure day,
it
sadly.
is.
What time is your flight?
Our flight is at 11:15,
Okay.
and
So not at the crack of dawn.
no, no.
Are you using Mike to bring you back, or one of Mike's people?
Yes. Yeah, transportation by Mike, and
Hmm.
I'm guessing they'll pick us up around 8,
Okay.
and then, we're flying into Manchester, New Hampshire this time.
You're flying into Manchester. You flew
Mhm.
out of Boston.
Yes.
How are you getting to the airport?
I'm
Like, where's your
getting
car going to be?
Yeah. So we're getting to the airport. My husband will drive us
Okay.
to a bus that goes to the airport like every
Okay.
hour from
Okay.
Portsmouth, which is right near us. And then on the way home, my because Manchester Airport in New Hampshire is much easier to navigate and park
Hmm.
at than Boston.
Hmm.
Much smaller. So my husband will come pick us up.
Okay. Are you going to try to
Mhm.
get in like a last minute breakfast at the Pop Century food court or anything like that?
Probably, yeah, because I don't anticipate us going to that food court very much the rest of the trip.
Right.
And I have heard great things about the renovations they've done there. They have a
Hmm.
whole, coffee bar in there now.
I know. I'm super excited to check that out.
Yeah, that's much needed and appreciated. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I think it would be great to pop over there before we go to the airport.
To pop over there.
Yes.
Haha.
Yeah.
You know I can't resist a pun. All right. All right. I think I've got all the details I need. So we will talk when you get back. I hope you all have a magical trip. And then I
Thank
will
you.
be arriving at Pop a mere 2 nights later because I'm doing one night at All Star Sports before I
Yeah.
move over to Pop for my mother son trip.
Oh, great. Yeah.
So I'm sure you'll leave it in good condition so that
I
when I
will.
arrive, it'll be all ready to
No
go.
food fights.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, have a magical time, Tanner. It was really
Thank you
fun
so
meeting
much.
you, and I can't wait to hear all about it when you get back.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining me today, Tanner. Tanner's post trip interview is up next, and it's a good one because listeners can look forward to a little mini interview at the end with my son Alex interviewing Tanner's son Griffin. So after you listen, please make sure you give them some love in the comments. If you are in search of a travel agent for your own Disney or Universal trip, Tanner's information is in the show notes. I know she would be thrilled to help you put together the perfect trip plans for you and your travel party. That is all for this pre-trip episode. Move on to the post trip, and as always, keep daydreaming about where you long to be.